welcome to another edition, inspiring episode of LHM. How you doing, Dee?
Good, Wade. How are you?
Good. We just got back from Reno. It was an amazing time in so many ways.
Yeah.
I can't even begin to tell you.
It was. The weather, awesome.
Better than this.
Humidity, hot, rain, yes.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go back.
It's like a sweat box here.
I've had the worst headache since I got back. I had no headaches in Reno. The weather was fantastic.
It was beautiful. So, first of all, I want to wish all our friends up in Panama City. We're praying for you, giving you strength. It's a crazy hurricane that went up through there. If anybody wants to help out, now's the time to go to redcross.org, and you can volunteer your time and your services or money or clothing or food, whatever you got. But go to redcross.org and see what you can do. It just missed us here.
Yeah.
I mean,
all my family up there, too. They got lucky.
Yeah, your mother lives up in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And there's a second one she dodged.
I have a family also in Destin, and they dodged it, too. I mean, got some damage, but not like Panama City and that area.
I saw the pictures today on the news. People just standing there in the midst of their rubble, looking around, and there's nothing left, just like sticks and pieces of furniture.
Terrible.
It's heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking. We got lucky.
Your stuff could be gone in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So anyways, do what you can. Go to redcross.org and donate your time. So we got back from Reno.
Yes.
We spent a really good time there. And it turned out to be something that I was not expecting. We went there. We got invited to do the Street Vibes bike rally that they do every year. And it was our first time there. And Erik Estrada was the grand marshal of the event. He does this every year, but this is the first time that we actually got a chance to present a guitar to a Purple Heart combat veteran on stage with him. So,
yeah, he actually still looks the same. He hasn't aged hardly at all.
Yeah, for those of you younger people, Erik Estrada, he was one of the stars of that show, Chips, the motorcycle cops.
I used to always love watching that.
He had a nice smile. Really good-looking guy.
He was.
And he's still good-looking.
He's very nice looking for an...
He did this thing with his hair. He's like moving his hair back and forth like this, like it was a wig. And I'm like, oh my God, I think he's got a toupee, and then he goes, this is my hair. And he runs his fingers through his hair. He was joking with us.
Oh, wow.
It was so funny. But yeah, got to meet him. Great guy. And the soldier that we honored, he was shot in Iraq, right in the chest. He was going to one of the hospitals in Iraq and trying to free some people or something, and he got shot. And he survived. He survived, thank God. And he's also now working for the Reno Police Department.
Yeah, he seemed like a really super nice guy.
We got clips of him entering the slow bike crawl right on the main drag.
That would be so hard to do. I mean, to try to drive a bike as slow as you possibly can.
Especially, you have a couple wobbly pops, some of these guys. There's one guy on a chopper, I think we got a clip of it. And he's going real slow, and he's just tucked in like this, and he's really, And the guy that we honored, Ben Wright, he did a little run, and we got some footage of that too. And he touched down before the other guy, but he lost.
Yeah.
But it was fun. There were so many people, and so many stories. The one I gotta say this story. Okay, so we're in the hotel room. And I'm working away at the computer, and I'm thinking that Dee is talking to the maid in the hallway or something, so I'm not paying much attention. I'm just, doing whatever I was doing, and I just hear her mumbling over in the hallway. Like I said, I thought it was the maid.
Like he never pays attention to anything when he's on the computer, except the computer and whatever he's posting.
Unless there's a fire, then that'll probably get me off.
What happens, he tells me to go get some towels. So it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. I open the door to see if the maid is out in the hallways. And there's the little buggy thing with the towels and everything on it. Well, when I open the door and I'm looking out, there's this drunk woman in the hallway. And she's, asking me what I wanted, and I said, oh, I'm looking for the maid so I can get some towels. And she starts staggering sideways down the hall with her arms like, oh, come to me, baby.
Through the face.
Oh, no, one eye was going this way and the other eye was this way. So she comes up to me, and she starts hugging me and trying to kiss me, and I'm like, oh, my Lord. And she starts telling me how good looking she thinks I am. Well, in the meantime, I've got the door cracked open thinking Wade would hear what was going on.
And I'd be coming to the rescue, but here I am working away thinking she's talking to the maid. No idea it was some drunk young biker chick that wanted to have a threesome.
Don't know what she wanted.
Only in Reno.
I don't know what she wanted, but
He wanted you. That's what she wanted.
I went back in, like, trying to get this girl off of me in the hallway. And I'm like, Wade, did you not just see what was happening to me? Right? What are you talking about, Dee? I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You didn't hear what I was just, this conversation that I was just having with this drunk woman in the hall?
Thought it was the maid.
Didn't hear a word. Didn't hear a word. It was a lot more to the story than I'm saying, but...
Oh, she made the perfect impression of her. She made me laugh for like half an hour. She's walking down the hall and her eyes going this way, and she's like imitating this girl. I never even seen the girl.
Yeah.
I mean, she was long gone.
Yeah, she
But
was.
you were imitating her like perfect, like drunk in your eye. One eye's half shut and the other one's going this way. Oh my God.
Well,
Why do I miss all the good stuff?
I'm thinking it's so early in the morning, and she's, 3 sheets in the wind, cockeyed. So when I'm looking
8
at
in the
her,
morning.
I
Sounds like
couldn't-
something I used to do.
Yeah, I couldn't tell which way the eye was going, but she was looking me like up and down and just saying some things that I was like, oh,
She wanted to come to
Lord.
the party in room 1103 that we were in, thinking that you were the best thing since sliced bread.
And Wade has no clue
I always miss
what
the
was
good
going
stuff.
on.
Could have had a
Not a
party. Could have had a party in the morning.
I could have got molested out in the hallway, and you wouldn't have even known it.
Well, you gotta carry some mace or something. You gotta carry a horn. Gotta have some sort of an alarm, because I could have sworn you were going out into the hall to get some towels. Next thing you know, you're trying to have an orgy with some biker chick.
No, I wasn't trying to have anything. I was just trying to get some towels.
That's what.
And she was trying
That's
to
the story
accommodate.
she's going with.
She was trying to accommodate whatever it was that she thought I needed.
Yeah. So,
It was
anyways,
interesting.
that was the start of it. That was like the first day in.
Yeah.
Maybe. So when we come back, we're gonna get into how this trip totally amazed me, and there was some things that went on that unexpected, that totally changed my outlook on the whole entire trip. And we ended up going out of our way for a lot of people. And I think overall, I mean, it was probably the best trip that we had together.
It started off really rough.
Hectic.
Very hectic. And we actually didn't think we were going to be able to stay there and even do the event. But it ended up turning out to be actually a really great trip.
Yeah, it was amazing. So when we come back, we got some footage and some really cool things. Stick around. Be right back. Welcome back to LHM. You know, the homeless population in Reno was very surprising.
Lots and lots of homeless people.
And we had a booth set up there at the rally. And you had some visitors. I don't know where I was at the time, but you had some visitors coming by that were class acts. And actually, you know what? What's scary is that these people were productive people in society at one point. Really productive.
Yeah.
Like this lady that we're going to talk about was ex-military, and her husband's military, and she just had her sons, whole family. And she had a bad stroke of luck, and a lot of people are one financial crisis away from ending up on the street. And that's a fact, and that's scary.
Yeah.
But anyways, tell the story about this lady. I don't know where I was at the time, but
a lot of the people there, I was asking questions of why they were homeless. How did they get homeless? Because they didn't seem like they were, some of them were sober, didn't seem like they were on drugs, but this one lady came in and she kept coming by and supporting us and rah, rah, the veterans. And so she came up to me and she said, I have to tell you this story. And she goes, I'm so disturbed by it. And I'm like, what? So she was telling me she'd been in this women's shelter for a couple of days. And as she's talking to me, her teeth start falling out and they kind of start clonking. And she was getting herself all worked up, her hands going everywhere. And she goes, you're just not going to believe this. So then she pops her teeth out and she proceeds to tell me that in this homeless shelter, there is a male who lives as a woman in there and that they have to shower with him. And that she was very disturbed by it because his private parts were bright pink.
Oh, Pinky.
Yeah.
Mr. Pinky.
And she said, I had to look at it because I was trying to figure out why his private parts were pink. So we spent like 15 or 20 minutes trying to figure out why his private parts were pink. I came to the conclusion that tattooing.
I come to the conclusion that it's for Christmas. It's a big candy cane. It's going to the North Pole.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, long story short, she had been in there for a couple of days. Another lady came up that was also in the shelter. She was just kind of going with the flow. She said, yes, it was uncomfortable, but this military lady really had a problem with it. And the result was, from what I gathered, that she was so disturbed by it that they were thinking about kicking her out of the shelter.
She's the one that's getting kicked out when this transvestite is allowed to shower with other women. That's the laws that we're dealing with these days. You can say, well, I'm a woman, and I'm a woman today. It's Thursday, and I want to be Mr. Pinky, and I want to go shower with the women. That's what the world's coming to.
Well, her thing is that she didn't have a problem with him living as a woman, that was not her issue.
It's flapping old Pinky around.
Right, and that she had to shower, and he still had his male parts, and that was disturbing to her.
Oh, that's crazy.
So, I mean, there you go. It was just one of many different stories that I heard while I was there.
Now, the biggest thing that happened that totally turned me around was it just slapped me in the face, and it was the most amazing thing. I've heard stories of homeless people actually giving money to other people. I've saw it on the internet. Never in a million years would I think it was going to happen to us.
Right.
Watch this clip.
I got food for my cat, and I want to pass this on.
Thank you, brother. So, now you're thinking to yourself, did I keep the money or did I not keep the money?
Yeah.
Of course, you're never going to let me keep the money. You're
No, absolutely not.
And I wasn't planning on it anyways. So at that moment, I couldn't believe it. I was stunned. I took the money and I went, did you just see what just happened? I said, hold on a minute, hold on. So I ran and I took one of the t-shirts we had and I gave him the shirt. And, I said, I'm gonna do something for this guy. No matter what it is, I'm gonna do something. I don't know. So I gave him the shirt and I gave him his money back. And then the very next day, there he is again. It's like, what is it, 10 in the morning?
Yeah.
And he's out dancing in front of the stage. And here's another clip of that. Check that out. Let's go see your cat. So What did we do? You tried to give me that 20, and what did I do?
Give it back.
Damn
Give
right,
me
brother.
love.
I gave you some love, man. There you go. Love you, man. That's what it's all about.
You know what, everybody?
That's what it's all about.
I gave some food, and I'll buy smoke food for other people today.
Buy some food for the brothers and get your flat fixed. Get your flat fixed.
And it's tower. Too expensive. It's tower.
We'll fix you up. Don't worry about it.
But God bless.
Thank you, man. So after that whole little dancing episode, I noticed that he had 2 flat tires, right? And I said in the clip, I said, we'll take care of you. So anyways, he went missing after that. We didn't see him again, you know, I thought, oh, too bad, you know, never going to see him again. I wanted to help him out. And so we were leaving our hotel room one day, and look who it is. Mr. Bob with the 2 flat tires and one-eyed Jack the cat.
Yeah.
Coming right in front of our hotel. And this is like 2 miles away from the event. So how he got all the way over there, and he's pushing this heavy bike with
all of his belongings,
bags and sleeping bags, and the cat always on that sleeping bag.
Yeah.
And he's struggling to push it. It's got flat tires, you know. And I said, there he is. I said, D, don't take your eye off him. Let me know where he's going. I got an idea. So I turned the car around, and we were on our way to go to Lake Tahoe for the day and have a good time. I said, hold on, detour. We're going to do something here. So I made a U-turn, and I went to this tire place that does car tires, and I talked to Skeeter. And I said, Skeeter, listen, here's the story. There's this homeless guy. He's got 2 flat tires. I said, do you have anything that can patch these tires? And he goes, well, this is for cars. You know, we don't have anything like that. And I'm like, damn. I said, okay, how about I go to Walmart and get a kit or something, you know? I said, you know, would you be able to put the tubes or whatever on? He says, oh, yeah, no problem. I said, I'll be right back. So we circled back around, and we told Bob and One-Eyed Jack, go see this tire guy over there, and I'll be back in 20 minutes. Get over there. It was just across the street. And I said, we'll be back. So me and you hustled off to Walmart, and we bought 2 tubes. And you were like, well, we got to get the cat some food. And I'm like, okay, D, we'll get the cat some food.
Got the cat some fancy feeds.
I'm like, get some cheap cat food. She goes and gets them the most expensive cat food they have. Fancy Feast is, I'm like,
and some nice little treats, and we set the cat up.
I know. So she gets the most expensive cat, and then you bought him some food. You bought him some food, some ham and some bread
and crackers.
And I'm off getting these 2 inner tubes. I come back, she's got like a whole cart full of stuff. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I said, I just came here for some tubes. Oh, he needed. She said, got to feed the cat.
Well, you know, my thing is that for him to want to give us $20 for our foundation, and knowing that he was homeless, the least we could do is to make sure he had food and cat food.
Absolutely. That's what triggered me to do everything, was that I've never seen anything like it. It's totally changed me as a person.
Yeah.
That somebody down on their luck with nothing can come up and give you $20 when they need that $20.
When we were
20 times more than you do.
When we
or
were
100 times.
When I was talking to him and Wade was inside, once again, everyone that I spoke to, I wanted to know how they became homeless and why they became homeless. And he was telling me that
he had a really interesting story.
Yeah, he was married and I guess owned a lot of properties.
Houses, cars, boats.
And he said that he ended up divorcing his first wife, married this other woman, and that the lady constantly wanted more. Like what he had wasn't enough. And he got tired of working, got tired of keeping up everything, couldn't make her happy.
Too much for him to handle.
And he said he started getting arthritis in his hands. It was difficult for him to work and maintain this lifestyle for her. And he ended up throwing his hands up in the air and giving up.
Yeah, and when you see the video of him acting like a crazy person, you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, he's a lost cause, he's like on meth, or he's drunk or whatever. But this particular day when we found him, he was sober as a judge. Yeah. His thoughts were clear. He told us that he was perfectly literate in what he was saying.
Yeah.
You know, and you could tell that there was more to this guy than meets the eye.
And you know what? He's had that cat since that cat was a kitten. When he became homeless, he got that cat. So that cat has been everywhere with him.
One-eyed Jack.
And he wasn't allowed to be able to go into the shelters, and he wasn't giving his cat up. So he said he's lived on the street.
Because of the cat.
Because of the cat.
Because he wouldn't want to give up the cat.
Yeah.
And the cat's got one eye's missing completely, and the other eye's blind as a bat.
Yeah, it's got a cataract.
And but it's amazing. I mean, that story, like I said, it changed me as a person. You know, I always knew it's better to give than receive. I mean, I've been doing it for years, but this just took it to another level. You know?
Well, one thing that I also found that was disturbing to me that you don't think about is so many of these homeless people are elderly. They're elderly. And you think about when
set yourself up now.
Yeah.
That you're gonna be the next one on the street. You know, like I said, there's a lot of people out there watching that are one operation or one tragedy or accident or something away from serious financial trouble.
Absolutely.
You know, this isn't like you know, other countries where healthcare is free or operations are free. I mean, it costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money. You break your leg, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. I mean, these are people that they're missing teeth because they live on pensions. One lady was on $169 a month. And
how do you do that?
The cost of living, I mean, it's sad, but it really makes you think about, prepare for when you get older in life, because if you don't have enough money coming in, it's very easily to become homeless like these people. It's sad.
Yeah. And on that note, our good friend Michelle Osborne, she does a lot of financial advising and stuff like that. She's
a great girl.
She's a great, smart girl. And, you know, anybody who's got a settlement or something like that, she tells you, and she guards your money, but she'll also tell you how to invest it where it's making money. And she's got a whole bunch of tricks up her sleeve that can help you out. And she's going to be doing in the next segment, there's a financial minute. She's going to be doing a free financial minute to give everybody advice. Kind of, did you know that you could do this and that? So she's a great person, Michelle Osborne. I think her website's michelleosborne.com or wallstreetrides.com or something like that. The website will be on the bottom of the screen. But again, you know, you got to be careful, you know, with your finances and everything. But in the Bible, it says, give and don't spare for yourself. So, you know, and that's what that guy did.
Yeah.
He came up and gave his last 20 and just basically said, here, I'm paying it forward, and walked away. And I was blown away.
Yeah.
And that taught me something, you know. It really, really changed me. So then after that whole tube incident, you know, we had Skeeter kicking in, and he didn't even want to be on camera. But I'm taking pictures like a spy as he's working on the tire.
Yeah.
I'm like zooming in at him in the garage, and there's some shots of that.
Got one. He's got one and everything.
He does?
Yeah.
So as we promised you, we got you 2 new bike tires for both tires.
The inner tubes?
Yeah.
The inner tubes, and they have the slime in it, so if it punctures, it seals itself.
Okay.
So special slime. And we got you some. Open it up.
Food. Got you some cat food.
Cat food, some buns, some ham.
Bread. We got some crackers. We got a whole thing of fancy feast for a kitty.
Bless you guys.
Yeah, man. Hey, bless you, brother. Bob, sing it with me. Ready? On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
You know what? You gotta come to shape, Chris.
Thank you, brother.
Be safe.
I love you, man.
Thank
Just
you.
keep out the good vibe. You're a good man. You're doing good things.
I've been trying to be good.
And see you, little one-eyed Jack. All right.
Yeah.
Catch you later, buddy. But yeah, I mean, we just all pulled together that day and made his life that much easier.
Yeah, we did a good thing.
You know, he was rolling along with 2 new hard tires and probably being even able to ride the bike now.
Nicest guy, best personality too. So, you know, when you take out the time, And I'm guilty of it because I've had a lot of homeless people to come up to me and want money and see them on the street. And
That's how we met, actually.
excuse me?
Yeah, I was.
You
I
were
was on-
homeless, not me.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I was homeless on the street, and I asked her for an extra smoke.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't even smoke, but that was my excuse.
Was that what it was?
I said, can you help out a starving musician that needs a cigarette? No, that's not how we met.
No, that's not how we
But
met.
yeah, you gotta honor these. Everybody's got a story, and we're all human. And some of us look dirty, and some of us are drunk, and some of us are on drugs. But we're all human beings. We all have hearts and souls, and you gotta help do your part.
Bottom line is that sometimes you never know what that person's story is and how they got there.
You never know.
So
Just be a good person.
be thoughtful and be considerate, and don't always assume that everybody's all messed up on drugs. And there are a lot out there that are on drugs, but there are also some very good people too.
Yeah. So our last segment coming up, we have the Honors Cruise coming up November 4th, just a few weeks
Around
from
the
now.
corner.
Yeah, around the corner. It's our big 6th annual cruise. It's a motorcycle ride, 3-hour cruise. We got a lot of raffle stuff. Go to heartstringsforheroes.org. It's at the bottom of the screen. Read up about it. It's a great day. We're honoring 6 combat, Purple Heart combat veterans. We're giving $4,000 worth of guitars. There's a bald eagle that's going to be on the cruise. There's just so much good stuff. So
Great event.
if you're in the area, Clearwater, Florida, be there. So remember, if you're not out there doing something good,
Then you're part of the problem.
see you next time on LHM.
Bye-bye.